Gibson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
That play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And it pushes way forward to about the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Gibson. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So opening drive, 3 straight runs.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it. And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He's got a little daylight. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Throwing is Wentz. And a incomplete.
So this offense trying to spread the field a little bit, and you look at the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. Back to the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, Gibson. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
From his own end zone, Fields caught here by Griffin. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
From his goal line here, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. To throw is Fields. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, wins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to be again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
To throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Read option. Here's Montgomery. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On the option right is Fields. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A little do-it-yourself run right there. And a nice game.
I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Play action. It's Fields.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Corey Blasingame
From 8 yards out.
And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it. Another throw incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a concept, but this offense already showing the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking to throw on second down, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kurt Holcomb. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
To throw again on second down. Fields. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Pulled in at the 24. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they do have a terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And the gain is just a yard. And that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
On fourth down, Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Wentz. Hard throw, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses making opportunistic plays to keep this one on the score. Flying around, making plays on the ball.
They'll go. It's Gibson. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Bears will get the football back.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it, I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Trying to get down to his tight end, and they were trying to get the ball to him, but as again, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's got a man complete.
And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. And here's a give to Gibson.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but
It's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Washington on 3rd down.
It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Once more, Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Also a yard, and it brings up 4. Have to take this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there. All that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields now to throw.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now it's Fields.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards.
And there's an example of not taking your practice work, your drill work, and turning it into game speed. You work on that all the time. 3rd and long, you want to let them make the catch, rally to the football, tackle them short of the sticks. The pursuit there, not that great.
Yeah, not great. That may be an understatement. That turned into a big play.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sending class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Wins to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. They weren't
scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Back to throw, Fields. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. All eyes on Fields. Able to find Kmet. And some space here. And he will get out of bounds, so nice work after the catch. That gets him really good yardage, and they stop the clock as well. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Fields. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Fields. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. So a victory here for the Commanders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.